All right. So parents, we all want what's best for our children. Teaching values and morals is typically top of the priority list of a parent. Take a journey that acknowledges inequality, shows the passing of intergenerational knowledge, and gives lifelong lessons about what is truly important. The title of this book is The Last Stop on Market Street. This is a 2016 Newbery Medal-winning children's literature book. This book was written by Matt De La Pena. The Newbery Award is awarded annually. It's awarded by the American Library Association for the most distinguished American children's book published the previous year. So we're in 2016. All the awards have already been out for 2015. And come 2017, they'll do any book that has been published this year up to December. The criteria for this award is distinguished contribution of American literature, the interpretation of the theme or concept, the presentation of information including accuracy, clarity, and organization, the development of the plot, the delineation of characters and setting, and the appropriateness of style are all taken into consideration when deciding who this award goes to. So there's a bunch of factors that a group of people on this board get together and they discuss certain books that have been nominated, and they take into account all these factors and they narrow it down and eventually come up with one book that is just amazingly great in the literature contribution that it has to the world. So that is how the award is decided. So the book must be considered excellence for a child audience. So the presentation must be excellent, the information inside the book, the setting, how it develops, the characters, everything must be excellent. So the book is judged on text alone, so illustrations, overall design, and other components of the book are not taken into account. It's just the words of the book. It's the message and the story behind the concept of that book. This is not for popularity. If that was the case, there would be a lot of other books going on there. So The Last Stop on Market Street received the Newbery Medal for many reasons. The book clearly shows that material poverty does not mean spiritual or imaginative poverty, So what that means is the story gives children the layout of what poverty is, how having a lack of money does not mean that your attitude has to be down, your spirit has to be down, or that you can't be nice to others. It just means you have a lack of money. So it clearly separates being in poverty from a financial aspect versus being rich in other aspects of life. The concept that people can be happy, positive, and upbeat without having much is reinforced heavily within the story. The setting that the bus takes through the urban environment is accurately reflective of today's world. The city shows many people, genders, races, professions, skin color, abilities, social classes, age. So they show a completely diverse set of characters within this book. And that opens your child's mind to understanding that diversity is normal. It's accurate. It's helpful for them to see an array of people. It really opens their eyes to that aspect. The book brings all these varieties of people together and shows the reader how much value can be found within a diverse culture. So, the white guy might add this to the story, the black lady might add this to the story, the old Indian man might add this, and they all have value to the story overall. The joys of service can also be found, and the book reiterates that even people with little can still help those with even less. Once you read the book from beginning to end, you'll understand wow, I thought this was about poverty, but it's actually about helping others with less out. It's not a long read, it's about 20 pages, so it's fairly quick, and you really get the message that the book's, bringing to the table. So the lesson of being grateful for whatever you have is taught in this book. The child and his grandmother, they're on this bus together. The child is always complaining, I don't have this, I don't have that, what's wrong with this? Why do we have to take the bus in the first place? And the grandmother sees the very opposite end of the spectrum and says, well, we're happy without this, we're happy without that. Why would we need a car when we could take the bus or we could walk? So it's just a good book to show both sides of perspectives on poverty and what it means and how people perceive your ability to be happy while in poverty. So a child and his grandma take a bus ride together. They discover the beauty of the neighborhood and the people in it. The grandma teaches many lessons to the child, ranging from diversity to imagination, to experience a story that will warm your heart, open your eyes, and completely transform how you view the world around you. Get The Last Stop on Market Street and enjoy the journey. Thank you.